Hey gang, it's Angie Ward. I'm so excited. We're hanging out today with Grammy Award winning Sheryl Crow.
Hi.
Welcome to the countryside.
Thank you.
I know you've been here once with another single, but now you're solo and we're glad.
Yeah, it's really feeling natural. I mean, I hope people will like the way it sounds at country. I feel like it's kind of what I've done for a long time, but country, that's where you hear songs, it's where you hear guitar solos, and I moved to Nashville about 8 years ago after I had breast cancer, and I just found that everything about being there felt like home. It was really embraced by a lot of country artists, Brad Paisley being one of them, who was really adamant about me coming home and doing a country record. So it feels great. It feels really, really nice.
Has he played any jokes on you?
Actually, he's played a lot of jokes on me, and none of which I can tell you about.
Okay. That's
no,
Brad.
actually, our kids are best friends. He's got a Huck and a Jasper, and I've got a Levi and a Wyatt. And we're convinced that they're going to have a great country band someday with those names.
That's true.
Yeah.
So you do have a big farm outside of Nashville. What kind of animals do you have on your farm?
Well, I had a big farm, and now I've moved into town. I finally moved into the city, but I brought all my animals with me. We went from a big farm to a small farm, and we have 16 horses and 2 longhorn cows named Ted and Steve. They're our business cows. And we have chickens, and we have a bunch of Labradors, and we've got some rescue animals.
So please tell me you have a mini farm in the city with
It's
that.
a mini farm. It's 50 acres, but Nashville's kind of amazing that way. There's lots of expanses of land that are just right in the middle of town. You'd never know it. I live very close to Barbara Mandrell, which is fun.
Nice.
And yes, I see her pretty frequently in the summer when we go out walking.
She's name dropping now.
I'm
Did
just
you notice
name
that?
Barbara Mandrell is my neighbor.
All right, so I have to ask you a question. I Googled you. Have you ever Googled yourself?
I have not Googled myself.
Well, you're a pretty big deal. You are. And I looked at your Wikipedia, which is like 19 pages long.
Oh my gosh.
Congratulations.
And you know, a lot of what's on Wikipedia is not.
Well, I wanted to ask you, there was
accurate.
one thing that I didn't, there were a couple of things that were amazing. Like you used to be a backup singer for Michael Jackson.
I did indeed. You can go on YouTube and see my big blonde curly hair.
Good.
Yeah.
I will do that as soon as we're done here. The other thing was that I believe you were once the paper doll queen?
I was the paper doll queen.
What is that?
Well, it's kind of a weird thing. My high school had a most photogenic contest, so 4 girls and 4 guys were voted on by the school, and the pictures were sent off to Johnny Carson, and he picked the most photogenic, and I was.
You were it.
Yeah, which is kind of funny because everywhere I go, people say you look so much prettier in real life than in your pictures, and I'm just like, wah, wah.
We wonder what that means. Don't do that. Okay?
That or oh wow, I didn't know you're so short.
Or as some of our DJs get, you look a lot younger on radio.
On radio.
So, all right. One final question. We are gearing up for the Susan G. Komen race for the Cure here in the Triad. We have our new Q Boob crew. Which is a very large team.
Celebrating the boob.
So I just was wondering if you could tell the Q Country listeners how important it is to help support these great causes, because you are a breast cancer survivor.
Yes.
High five.
I am a breast cancer survivor, and I felt like once I beat cancer that I had the dubious honor of becoming a spokesperson for breast cancer. And I have a great big women's female fan base, and I always say, know your family history, make sure and be diligent about getting your mammograms, and know the terrain of your breasts. And it may sound like a lot, but it will save your life, because early detection is the best hope we have until we have a cure. And organizations like the Komen Foundation and all these runs that Revlon does, all these organizations that do runs and do fundraising are important, especially in our economy now when money is tight. So get out there and do your part and know your boobs.
See there? Living proof right here. Breast cancer survivor, Grammy Award winner.
Smallest boobs in the business.
Not gonna go there. Listen though, she does have a new single out on country radio. It's called Easy. It is awesome. Download it today on iTunes. It's Sheryl Crow. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.